So this video is like part 2 of a previous video we did on the cause without a causation, right? The cause without a causation, meaning God, that God had no cause, so there was no beginning of God, no origination of God, right? So this is the example that I wanted to give in that video, but I wanted to keep it short. So here goes. How are you supposed to think about or conceptualize a God that is not, well, yeah, that a God that is not like us, that's not in our reality, right? How can we conceptualize this? And for this, I give you an example. Now, if any of you ever had a fish tank before, and if not, you've seen aquariums, you've seen other people with aquariums, and they keep their fish in an aquarium. Think about it for a second. Let's say, have it for an example that we are all fish in a fish tank. What is the cosmos to us? What is reality? What is our reality? See, our reality is water. We breathe it, we move in it, we eat in it, right? We breed in it. For as far as their eyes can see, that's what it is. That's what reality is. That's what exists. So if we were fish in the aquarium, we would be asking for proof of God. And we would be asking for something, we would be expecting to see something in the water, right? And if it's in the water, it would be wet, correct? Yes, right? So that's what we're expecting. We're expecting, if you're going to come to tell us that there is another world outside of this reality, no fish would believe you. Because all they know is, what are you talking about, another world? This is it. This is the universe. Give us proof. We want to see the proof of this. And anything, and they say, well, look at this food. Look, and it came down from the heavens, from the hand of God. And they say, what are you talking about? We have scientific instruments, and they can measure that this is the power of the water, that it actually comes down with the water current comes down and it brings down the food. What are you talking about, that God is throwing the food on the top? It's ridiculous. There's no evidence. Where's the evidence? We don't see anything around here. All we see is water and other fish. As a matter of fact, when we go to the edge of our universe, we go right up to the edge of our universe, and all we see is ourselves. Because, of course, the fish see the reflection. If you look in the fish tank, you see that they're just looking at their own reflection. That's why they go up and they go to the glass, and they're like looking at this other fish looking at them. It's their own reflection, right? That's the edge of the universe. They've reached the edge of the universe. And there's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's no evidence of anything else. See? That's the same situation that we have ourselves. Right? Would there be evidence really to a fish that there's other stuff? That there's a God out there who gives us food? And all that, they don't have any way of knowing that, of understanding that even, right? So that is the analogy that applies to us here. Now, I'm not saying that is by far, this is not an evidence that God is, that God is, that there is a God. I'm just saying that you can't say there isn't. That's all I'm saying. You cannot say that the belief in God or the thinking there's something else out there is ridiculous or stupid or anything. No, it's stupid to think that it is not possible. It is stupid to say outright that it doesn't, not that it doesn't exist, because that's actually a factual truth, right? But why do I say that? Because only the things, remember the fish tank? Only the things that are wet exist for the fish. See, so that's why I say that. The existence for the fish is anything within the tank. So when they say that nothing else exists, they're right. Even though they're in my living room and I throw food at them every once in a while. See, because if existence is only defined, which it is in our world, by things that exist, that are in their universe, then God doesn't exist. Because God created this fish tank and he put the fish in and the water, and all of that is what we call reality and existing. See, he's out existent. That means he is existing outside of what we call existence. So there you go. So I'm just appealing to the intellectual atheist that he begins to correct the language, the terminology, just for self-respect, because it looks bad. You know, I can understand how a lot of dumb folk out there, stupid, dumb folk, say these stupid questions over and over again, and they make these dumb posits over and over again. But I cannot, and I know you guys are out there, intelligent atheists, I cannot, for the life of me, believe that you guys are promoting this stupidity. I just can't. Because it doesn't help your posit. It makes you look bad. So I guess I'm appealing to the intelligent atheists out there. Hello, where are you? You know, I correct Christians a lot. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian minister. I correct a lot of Christians out there, a lot of religious folk. Why don't you guys do the same with your atheists? Because there's a lot of stupidity going on out there. Correct them. Be bold. You say, listen, keep asking for evidence of God is a stupid thing to ask. Not because they can't answer you, but because if there is a God, there would be no evidence. Because evidence only can be of things within our universe, and the Bible, that's supposedly inspired by God, says that he created all these things. So you're not going to have evidence of the creator within the things that he created. You simply, that's a dumb thing to ask for. That's not the basis of any reasoning about God. So that's what I'm waiting to hear you guys admit, because again, I always say this in my videos, Genesis 1:1. You got to deal with it. That's the first thing in the Bible. That means kindergarten, right? Kindergarten or first grade, whichever way you want to look at it. But you guys are talking about things and you haven't passed the first grade yet. The first thing in the Bible, it tells you that God is not within anything that you can look at as evidence, proof, or anything like that. So stop asking for what God already told you. There is none of that. There can be none of that, because I am outside of everything that you refer to as real and evidentiary. Take care.